WVII Bangor.
From the Great North Woods to the Rockbound Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Hello, everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, Maine police are seeing a growing use for a common drug that could be causing more overdoses.
Plus, Maine schools struggle to restore enrollment levels after the pandemic.
And some residents of Patton are upset about plans to tear down a local church.
Good morning, and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you so much for joining us on this Thursday morning. We'll have those stories coming up. But first, to check on the weather. No big deal today. I think we'll have partly cloudy skies. The big concern right now, though, is black ice. I mean, it seems to be a lot of black ice out there on the roadways.
I couldn't see it. I thought something was wrong with my car. I'm taking it in today for a wheel bearing, but I was like, is it this bad that I'm slipping everywhere? I was slipping quite a bit.
Just take it easy out there because it is a little treacherous.
Yep, definitely. Devin Biggs says the forecast.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Marilyn Monroe Spas. Sign up for your VIP spa membership today for exclusive members-only services and benefits. It's the perfect gift for your Valentine. Alrighty, here we are. We have alerts in effect. We have wind advisories. We also have winter weather advisories that are in effect because of active weather that will be moving in. These are up until 10 p.m. on Friday, at least for the winter weather advisory. For the wind advisory, that drops today at about the noon time frame. Also another advisory along the coast. That right there is a small craft advisory that is in effect, and that will last until about 4 p.m. moving forward. So with that in mind, though, the wave heights will remain active with gusty winds that will be expected today. For now, we're looking pretty decent out there. Just a little bit of precipitation in the northern ends of the state. Everybody else looking pretty decent at this point. Everyone will become partly cloudy today, so we will remain rather quiet, but more active weather already on the way. Thunderstorms developing across the good parts of the Midwest this morning. This is all tracking to the north and east with another active weather pattern for us. Another wintry mix on the way as we do move forward soon. Futurecast for today, a partly cloudy sky. More clouds for tonight. The wintry mix gets going later on tonight and lasts through a good part of tomorrow as well into Friday before transitioning over to all snow. So your hourly forecast for the rest of the afternoon period looks a little bit like this, and even the morning period as well. We're going to be watching for a partly cloudy sky today. Temperatures in the upper 40s to lower 50s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
All right. Thank you, Devin. We'll see you a little later on. Well, 2 people are facing charges in connection with a burglary at a store in Trenton. The Hancock County Sheriff's Office responded to a reported burglary at the Moose Crossing Dysarts back in December. As a result of their investigation, an arrest warrant was issued for 22-year-old McMichael Harris of Bingham. He's being charged with burglary, theft, and violation of conditions of release. Police said they do not know where Harris is at this time. A juvenile from Somerset County has also been charged in connection with that break-in.
A Waterville woman is facing drunk driving charges following a crash in Fairfield. Police say it was just before 5:30 Tuesday night when they received a report that a car had crashed through a guardrail at the intersection of the Norridge Rock Road and the Center Road. The vehicle ended up in the middle of Fishbrook, and reports indicated the driver was still trapped inside. Police say 25-year-old Vanessa Poirier managed to escape from the sinking vehicle and had made it to shore by the time rescuers arrived. Witnesses later told police Poirier had been driving at a high rate of speed and failed to stop at the stop sign before crashing through the guardrail. She was transported to the hospital with minor injuries. Poirier is now charged with operating under the influence, driving to endanger, and failing to stop at a stop sign.
A commonly prescribed medication is being found on Maine's illicit drug market, not for what it does by itself, but rather how it interacts with other substances. Devin Dagnall met with experts to learn more.
On February 8th, Old Town Police executed a search warrant at 6 South Spring Street. Officers found 14 grams of fentanyl, 29 grams of methamphetamine, and something very unique to Old Town Police. More than 1,200 gabapentin pills.
In such high quantity, this is new for us to recover that many capsules of gabapentin for this department. That's new to us.
According to Patrol Sergeant Ryan Bailey, gabapentin has been increasing in popularity among recreational drug users, but not because of what it does by itself. They're using it to boost the drugs they're already using.
People are using gabapentin in conjunction with other drugs. It tends to heighten the effects of the drug. and it's often used in conjunction with opioids.
Bailey says that gabapentin has already been linked to several overdoses because of how much it increases the potency of other drugs. However, according to Whitney Jandrew, a clinical pharmacist at EMMC Northern Light, the drug is completely safe on its own. Jandrew says that the drug is non-addictive and is very useful to patients who suffer from severe pain and/or seizures.
Gabapentin, like I said, is pretty safe and well tolerated. It's very commonly prescribed. And when it's used appropriately, it can provide relief that patients need for certain conditions. But it is really concerning to take in excess of what would be prescribed by a medical provider.
Bailey says that the Old Town Police are uncertain as to where or how such a high quantity of gabapentin could be acquired, but the drug is and will be on their radar in the future. In Old Town, Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Last night, Governor Mills laid out her economic vision for Maine in her State of the Budget address, assuring Mainers that financially the state is on very solid ground with a record high rainy day fund, low unemployment, and healthy revenue forecasts for the next 4 fiscal years. She also laid out a spending plan for everything from education to infrastructure and affordable housing. Republicans expressed concern about the level of spending laid out in the governor's budget plan and said notably absent from her proposal was a plan for tax cuts. UMaine political science professor Mark Brewer says that could be a bargaining chip.
I think if they're going to get that, some kind of an income tax cut or other form of tax cut might be a way to get Republicans on board to get that 2/3 vote that she needs if she's going to be able to do this through an emergency bill. At least right now, everybody stated preferences for a bipartisan budget. Tax cut might be a way to get there.
One thing Brewer said is widely recognized as needing reevaluation is a program proposed in the fall that would freeze property taxes for eligible Maine seniors age 65 and older.
I think it's clear to everyone it might be a good idea or a noble pursuit, but the way it was enacted was pretty haphazardly and pretty sloppily, and I don't think a lot of people really gamed out exactly what the price tag on that was going to be, which now that people are like, oh my goodness, how are we going to pay for that? I think that's definitely going to have to be part of this process, and I think both parties recognize that.
While both sides of the aisle have professed a desire to achieve a bipartisan budget, Brewer says it's not a guarantee. But no matter the process, he says Governor Mills and lawmakers must be ready to compromise.
If she is willing to pass a majority-only budget, she needs to do it by April. And I think she's also going to have to give something, because if some of, Rachel Talbot Ross and Troy Jackson are going to then be able to go to her and say, well, look, we're mostly supportive, but we also want this. So there's going to have to be something. There's always give and take in any kind of budget negotiation process. The question is how much give and take, and who are you giving and taking with, I guess, and that remains to be seen.
Lawmakers will be considering that budget plan over the weeks ahead. In other news this morning, the waters off New England logged the second warmest year in their recorded history last year. The Gulf of Maine, a body of water about the size of Indiana that touches Maine, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and Canada, is warming faster than the vast majority of the world's oceans. Scientists with the Gulf of Maine Research Institute say last year fell short of setting a new high mark for the hottest year on record by less than 0.5 degree Fahrenheit. The average sea temperature of the surface is just over 53 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's more than 3.7 degrees above the 40-year average.
Public school enrollment in Maine is still below pre-pandemic levels. Our David Ledford has more on the story.
I'd like to be up closer to the 180,000 from 2020, but we're not quite there yet.
Maine public school enrollment is up again for the second year in a row, but experts say this increase is still a far cry from what it should be. According to data recently released by the Maine Department of Education, there are currently 173,907 students enrolled in Maine public schools, compared to just over 180,000 in 2020. However, while enrollment statewide is still down, Superintendent of RSU 64, Rhonda Sperry, says numbers in her district have returned to normal, and getting students to show up is a bigger issue.
We've seen a solid increase in our attendance, our daily attendance numbers. However, we still have concerns about some students and some families that have gotten out of that routine of getting up each morning, getting on the bus or getting in the car and coming to school.
Executive Director for the Maine School Management Association, Stephen Bailey, says low numbers could lead to problems for some smaller schools.
What schools receive for funding is tied to student enrollment. So if value of property goes up and the enrollment goes down, that's all factored into the distribution formula for funding.
Bailey says while the cause of the lower numbers is not completely clear, truancy, families moving out of state, and a turn towards homeschooling in some communities could all be contributing factors. Superintendent Sperry shared her concerns about the issue.
If we don't have students attending school every day that we are in session, that both short-term and long-term, there's going to be an impact in their learning. That is my most significant concern.
David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, some Maine school districts can now be reimbursed for providing meals to students when they learn remotely. The Maine Department of Education announced the change on Tuesday, stating that the USDA Food and Nutrition Service approved the department's statewide waiver request. Approval of the waiver allows students to be served meals outside of school on remote learning days, like a snow day or other unexpected closure, without taking money from the school's budget.
I'm very proud of the school meals that we offer in Maine, and this is another avenue for food service directors and all of our wonderful school food staff to make sure that children continue to get the nutritious meals that they need while learning virtually.
Department officials say that any K through 12 school that utilizes the National School Lunch or Breakfast Program is eligible for that waiver, valid through June 30th of this year.
The town of Sorrento's Select Board passed a motion to submit their fire chief's gas purchase records for a police investigation. Volunteer Fire Chief Joey Clark was the center of a discussion during an executive session regarding his use of town funds.
Based on the information and cooperation of the fire department and the fire chief recommendations, I move to refer certain fire department gas purchases for law enforcement investigation.
According to state police, on February 2nd, a state police detective responded to a request from town officials in Sorrento regarding possible misuse of a credit card managed by the town. An investigation determined that discrepancies and possible policy violations had been noted, but the town was taking steps to investigate the issues and did not require assistance from law enforcement at that point. The time is now 6:12. Coming up on Good Morning Maine, the days of the chickadee may be numbered as Maine considers a new license plate design.
But first, let's take another look at that weather forecast. It looks like a partly cloudy day ahead today. We may see some breaks of sun with highs near 49 degrees. We can expect a wintry mix overnight into tomorrow. The highs tomorrow will be near 34 degrees.
Did you know that it's possible to buy the wrong type of flooring for your home? Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or a professional contractor, the experts at Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors are here to help, offering solid pro advice from choosing the right material and color to installation. Don DeKalb features the highest quality hardwood flooring sourced from lumber right here in Maine, from Maine traditions. Not only will you get a floor you'll love, you'll get a floor that will last. Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors, buy from the best, forget the rest.
So where's the best pizza?
Yeah, that's what we want to know.
This week, GMA's on the search for the best pizza in America. Is the best slice near where you live?
I love me some pizza in the morning.
This one could be the best.
I did my own hair.
You got me?
All we need is glue and hair.
You bet your life.
There you go. Weekdays at 10 on ABC 7.
This week on the People's Court, babysitting gets too close for comfort.
She started saying unnecessary things.
Like what?
Good Christian girl who has sex before marriage but reads the Bible.
Plus, a taxing situation.
Come on, you have to be embarrassed. Are you embarrassed at all?
All this week at 4 on ABC 7.
A ceremony in Bangor yesterday commemorated the sinking of the USS Maine during the Spanish-American War. Members of Bangor High School's junior ROTC held the event with members of the Marine Corps League to remember the lives lost on that day 125 years ago.
Is extremely important, especially if we want to move further and advance as a country, is to remember what happened to us in the past and what we did in the past too.
A wreath laying at the USS Maine's monument on Main Street in Davenport Park in Bangor, followed by a 3-volley salute and the performance of taps.
The Maine Bureau of Motor Vehicles has issued a proposal for a new standard license plate. The current Chickadee plates, issued in 1999, have begun to deteriorate and are making it difficult for law enforcement to identify plate numbers. The Secretary of State's office has offered a solution in the form of a new Maine State plate.
It features this flag design from 1901, very simple, easy to read, and that's so important, as I mentioned, for law enforcement to be able to read those numbers, letters, characters, and identify one vehicle from another.
The plan is to issue the new plates as Mainers register their cars between March of 2025 and the end of February 2026. The Transportation Committee will consider the proposal over the next several weeks and then could go to the legislature for consideration.
Members of the Orrington Historical Society are asking for your help. Since the group took over the Grange Hall in Orrington around 6 years ago, they've been making great strides to improve the space, adding a handicap, accessible bathroom, and an addition for an archival room. They say the town has come together to help, but there is still more to do.
The Orrington community is just amazing because they enjoy, or they feel it is their duty, to give us money or services. They have been very forthright about that. They have connections here. Right. The man you work with, he said he used to go to dances here.
Well, the group has raised about $195,000 so far, and they need about $75,000 more to complete their capital campaign. If you would like to donate, you can send checks or money to the Orrington Historical Society at P.O. Box 94, Orrington, Maine, 04474. Had a lot of history in that old Grange.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
I'm just still shocked. Their kitchen is beautiful.
You like
have a
that,
great
huh?
kitchen for, yeah. The oven was like ready to go for cooking for a bunch of people.
You're kind of in a nesting stage, though.
I know.
You've been working on your house a lot.
I know, so I'm looking at everybody's,
right?
the inside of everybody's houses differently. And it's beautiful. I just love historical societies. Every town should have an archival room.
Yeah, good luck with them.
Yeah, awesome.
Time now, 6:17. Coming up after the break, we'll hear from some residents in Patton who are upset over the town's recent decision to demolish one of their oldest buildings.
This and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
The Farmer's Table in Corinna brings you outstanding breakfasts, lunches, and dinners made from farm-grown fresh ingredients. Dinner specials are available every day. Enjoy our homemade desserts, and above all, bring your appetite to the Farmer's Table in Corinna. Luna Family Auto Sales is a locally owned business run by a husband and wife team.
Here at Luna Family Auto Sales, we combine our passion for cars with providing service to the community and local economy. Featuring no dark or hidden fees at all, we offer financing for all credit types and service everything we sell.
Check out our website at lunafamilyautosales.com.
Or come in and say hi. We'd love to meet you and introduce ourselves. Luna Family Auto Sales, 649 Stillwater Ave, Old Town.
If you've been hurt in a car accident, watch out.
Watch out. The insurance company may try to tell you that you don't need a lawyer.
Call the twos and we'll watch out for you.
Lowry and Associates watched out for me and got me $275,000.
I never get the flu.
My kids don't need more shots.
I don't have time.
We're all healthy.
No matter how you build your excuses, the flu can blow your house down.
I can't believe I used up all my sick time.
I missed a week of school during finals.
Now my baby has it because of me.
The hospital?
Keep your foundation strong. Vaccinate.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Some residents in Patton are upset about the town's recent decision to destroy its oldest public building. Our Matthew Duronsek has the story.
After being dormant since 2020, the town's Board of Selectmen voted to tear down the Baptist Church.
As a facility, I think the building's run its course for the library. In its current condition, it's going to force someone's hand. We either need to act, and it needs to be in time, in a timely manner.
The decision has left some residents concerned.
It shouldn't be taken out. It's something that's been here for years and years, and everybody just likes the idea that it's still there.
The Baptist Church has been in the Patton community since around the time the town was founded, with the church being built in the mid-1800s. This was not an easy decision for Brackett to make.
To try to make a decision to remove that facility, I had to take personal emotions completely. I had to set them aside completely.
The decision prompted a historical preservation group to form, asking the town to save the church. We reached out to the group, but were unable to get in contact with them. Since the Veterans Memorial Library moved out of the church due to safety concerns a year ago, Library Director Julie Beeler says that she understands both sides of the matter.
I would hope that they can save it. I just worry that in saving it, are they going to be able to get money for the long term to keep it up?
With the Selectmen's decision, the church is slated to be knocked down, though no date has been set. But that doesn't mean Brackett will not continue to fight to preserve the landmark.
Personally, I'd like to see it be repurposed for something, but I want to see a responsible and direct path forward if that is to occur.
In Patton, Matthew Jaroncic reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
We'll have to keep people updated on that one. It's so sad. So many of these towns have these wonderful old buildings, but, you know, like any old building, they're getting tough to maintain and showing signs of age.
Right. I feel for him, too. He said, I have to set my emotions aside to make this hard call. That sucks. That's hard.
Hate to see those landmarks go, though.
Yep,
you know?
I know. So. I get it. Well, the time now is 6:21.
Let's get right into our forecast with Devin.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Marilyn Monroe Spas. Sign up for your VIP spa membership today for exclusive members-only services and benefits. It's the perfect gift for your Valentine. All right, let's get things rolling out there this morning. Winter weather advisories are now posted because of active weather that will be moving in. A mixture of rain, freezing rain, sleet, and snow potential exists up until 10 p.m. as we head towards your Friday. Also, a wind advisory posted for the counties highlighted here until about the noon time frame later on today. And another advisory along the coast. That right there is a small crab advisory, and that is posted, though, until later this evening at about 4 p.m., again, because of gusty winds that we will be dealing with moving forward. And the wave heights are active already, at least for the buoys, reporting at around 5 to 7 feet, even 4 feet, according to some of the buoys, enough where they have posted as small crab advisories. We'll see that starting to come down later on tonight. But for now, we're looking pretty decent out there. Just a few little bits of precipitation, maybe some rain and snow showers in the northern ends of the state. Everybody else looking pretty good. We will be under a partly cloudy sky for us today with increasing clouds on the way for us later on tonight. We'll be watching this system right here that will lift off towards the north and east, and this will give us the opportunity for a wintry mix, rain, freezing rain, sleet, and snow on the way as we head towards late tonight and parts of tomorrow as well. So it looks a little bit like this. So increasing clouds will be expected today, and later on tonight we'll be watching for that first little bits of precipitation, some rain, freezing rain, sleet, and snow. It really gets going as we head towards early Friday morning, so travel will be a mess out there from time to time with a transition to snow by Friday evening, and we'll keep that going at least through parts of early Saturday morning before it begins to get out of here. So Saturday will be a much better day with all of this that we'll begin to get out of here. So let's start off with the snowfall chances. So some decent snowfall on the way, some areas, maybe 4 to 8 inches, maybe even up to 10 inches before we're all finished up. Significantly less snow farther down toward the south. Maybe some spots here, Bangor. They might see a little bit of snow still, but this might be underdoing it once you get closer toward Bangor and such, with a little bit of a cutoff line there that we're going to have to keep an eye on. There's definitely an ice potential with this. Some areas could see up to 1/10 of an inch, maybe a little bit more of ice before we're all finished up. So anywhere that you see pink, we'll need to keep an eye on this as it does develop. So your forecast for today, 49 degrees, partly cloudy, the northwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. As for tonight, 31 degrees, rain, freezing rain, sleet, and snow, the northwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, 34 degrees, rain, freezing rain, sleet, and snow again with a transition to all snow. This high temperature will be hit early as we'll be cooling off throughout the day. The north wind getting up to about 30 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Marilyn Monroe Spas. Things improve as we head towards Saturday. Mostly sunny, highs in the lower 30s. Lower 40s on Sunday with a mostly cloudy sky. More rain by Monday, highs in the upper 40s.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, depend on the knowledge and experience of Hammond Lumber Company. Hammond's Home Planning Center will turn your ideas into accurate conceptual drawings, and 3D visualization is available. Your Hammond sales rep will prepare a materials list and cost estimate. And when you buy all of your materials from them, Hammond will refund all of your design fees. Hammond can deliver your order from any of their 22 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner since 1953.
Living in Maine means long, cold winters and hot, humid summers. Whatever the weather, Bangor Heat Pumps is your solution. Open 24/7, Bangor Heat Pumps takes care of you at home or at work. We operate statewide and service all brands and models. Understanding moving can be stressful. We will help move any units you may have. We offer a veterans discount in our home with a Capeless Hero discount. Visit us online at BangorHeatPumpsLLC.com or call or text us at 307-7746. Bangor Heat Pumps.
What I've learned over my 17 years in pharmacy is that every medication has the potential to affect every person differently. That was evident with my own mother. The medications were hindering her ability to think quickly. It did feel a little premature to stop driving, but it was the right thing to do. My message to Mainers would be never doubt the potential side effects. Talk to a loved one about your ability to drive safely.
Bucksport Regional Health Center has cared for the community for almost 50 years. We are trusted and compassionate providers. We have also given thousands of COVID-19 vaccines because the COVID-19 vaccine is very safe, very effective, and your best shot at protecting yourself from COVID. Trust us. Trust the vaccine. Protect yourself. Take your shot against COVID-19.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
Nikki Haley becomes the second Republican to throw her hat in the ring for the 2024 Republican presidential nomination. The former governor and ambassador says she wants to represent a new generation, but will the former leader of her party embrace the challenge? Fox News correspondent Lauren Blanchard is in Washington with more.
For a proud America, I am running for President of the United States of America.
Nikki Haley is running.
May the best woman win.
In a packed Charleston event, the former governor of South Carolina and ambassador to the United Nations is officially joining her former boss, President Trump, in the Republican primary for the presidential nomination.
We're ready to move past the stale ideas and faded names of the past. And we are more than ready for a new generation to lead us into the future.
Former President Trump welcomed her to the race, saying in a statement, quote, "I'm glad she's running. I want her to follow her heart, even though she made a commitment that she would never run against who she called the greatest president of her lifetime." Haley is the first, but likely not the last, to join the race against former President Trump.
Are you ready for president?
I'll keep you posted.
The contest will heat up, I think, in the coming weeks and months. We'll have debates, and I think it's going to be an exciting primary season for the Republican Party.
Haley's speech also gives us a glimpse of the rhetoric candidates will likely use against former President Trump and against President Biden if he runs.
America is not past our prime. It's just that our politicians are past theirs.
Haley is headed to New Hampshire and then Iowa, which still currently vote first in the Republican primary. In Washington, Lauren Blanchard, Fox News.
Well, meanwhile, another deadly shooting is rocking a community all too familiar with tragedy. Police say one person is dead and 3 others are injured after a suspected shooter fired rounds inside an El Paso shopping mall. 2 men have been taken into custody. Officials say shots rang out near the mall's food court, and an off-duty officer who was working security at the time moved in and arrested one of the suspects. Cell phone videos posted on social media showed customers running from the mall as police rushed to the scene. It took place close to a local Walmart where 23 people were killed during a mass shooting back in 2019.
The head of the EPA is traveling to eastern Ohio today amid growing fears about contamination in the wake of the fiery train derailment this month. Some residents voicing outrage as the train company reports threats being made against its employees. ABC's Andrea Fuji has the more.
This morning, mounting frustration and new legal action as people living near that toxic train derailment site in Ohio voice concern about their health.
How should us kids feel safe with the smell on our street?
My grandson, who's 11, has multiple rashes on his extremities. We went to Akron Children's Hospital with my grandson, and we're told that they do not have anything set up, a protocol yet, for testing for the cause of these symptoms.
It's been nearly 2 weeks since a Norfolk Southern train carrying an estimated 1 million pounds of vinyl chloride, a chemical used to make plastic, derailed, causing a fire that burned for days, prompting officials to carry out a controlled explosion. 5,000 East Palestine, Ohio residents were evacuated. They were allowed back last week, but many say they don't feel safe, fearing the soil and water has been contaminated. Some reporting sore throats, burning eyes, vomiting, and other symptoms, while local officials report thousands of fish have died in local waterways. Norfolk Southern decided not to participate in a community meeting yesterday, citing security concerns, saying, "We know that many are rightfully angry and frustrated right now. We have become increasingly concerned about the growing physical threat to our employees." State officials confirm new tests show the municipal water is safe, but many residents expressing doubt. ABC's Alex Perche spoke to Ohio Governor Mike DeWine.
You have residents that say they can smell something in the air, and because of that, it's hard for them to believe what's on the gas monitors. What would you say to them?
The only thing we can do is simply tell them what the scientists tell us, and that is that the smell can linger and be there long after when there's no discernible problem with the air.
Norfolk Southern is now facing a class action lawsuit claiming the train derailment released chemical weapons into the community. The company has not commented on the lawsuit.
Now, 2 members of the Tennessee National Guard were killed yesterday during a helicopter crash. Witnesses say the 2 were on a training mission when a Black Hawk helicopter crashed near Huntsville and exploded. Witnesses say it sounded like the chopper was having engine trouble shortly before it plunged from the sky and burst into flames on a local highway. They're calling the pilot a hero because the person managed to maneuver around a crowded neighborhood shortly before it went down. The names of the victims have not been released.
Still to come here on the second half of our show, we'll hear about a local elementary school that is the top winner in the National Winter Kids Games.
That and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
Come see us at R&K Variety in Hamden. R&K Variety is more than just a convenience store. With delicious homemade food made fresh daily, we offer hearty meals that don't break the bank. Whether it be our delicious chicken pot pie, our famous lasagna, or one of our savory soups, you can't go wrong at R&K Variety. Looking for a drink after work? R&K Variety is an agency liquor store with an impressive selection. R&K Variety, more than just a convenience store. We're your neighbor, chef, barista, and friend. Stop by today.
Welcome back to the National Window Showdown. It's now time for our expert picks. My pick is Renewal by Andersen. Their customer service is exceptional, trustworthy, professional. Renewal by Andersen has to be the pick for me.
I love Renewal by Andersen for this too, Brian. They take care of the entire process from consultation to installation and beyond. They're second to none.
Guys, for me, it's the Fibrex. It's a no-brainer. Renewal by Andersen takes it to the house.
A clean sweep for Renewal by Andersen. They really are the better way to a better window.
Dave Matthews Band Live. Friday, June 16th, Maine Savings Amphitheater, Bangor, Maine. On sale Friday at 10 a.m. at waterfrontconcerts.com or ticketmaster.com. Pre-order the new album, Walk Around the Moon, now.
When a governor wanted to increase sales in his state, I suggested a sales tax holiday. When the Treasury wanted to stimulate the economy, I suggested they try 0% interest.
His dreams, maybe.
Dorsey's beautiful home furnishings are all on sale right now. Plus, you'll find items in every department with Dorsey's red clearance tags. So with 24 months, 0% financing, or an additional 5% off, this is a great time to buy quality home furnishings and mattresses from Dorsey's.
Live beautifully and save, my friend.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Today is Thursday, February 16th, 2023. Today is also Fat Thursday. Never heard of it before. It's a Christian tradition that marks the last Thursday before Lent and is associated with the celebration of Carnival. Because Lent is a time of fasting, the days leading up to Ash Wednesday provide the last opportunity for feasting until Easter. I'm certainly feeling a little chubby, but I think it's the time of year.
Me too.
You know?
Yeah, February it's like this.
Yeah.
And we both had jobs before that we were on our feet. Now we're sitting down. So
Yeah.
it's a hard transition.
Yeah.
But
winter in Maine, too.
you know what Polish people have on this day?
What's that?
Donuts.
Well, I'm all for donuts.
And I came in, I didn't know this was the day of today, and I had a donut for breakfast.
There you
Look
go.
at me go.
I'll have to get a donut.
You will have to.
I'll worry about
Favorite donuts in the
other
area?
things. Oh, boy, that's a tough one. I really like Goslin's.
Yep, me too.
They have great ones, but Frank's Bakery has delicious donuts, too.
I know, they're on par
yeah,
with me.
I'm kind of a donut connoisseur. I
Me
think
too.
it's in my genes or something
Yeah,
like that. But
yeah.
Goslin's, nothing beats a nice
Nothing
fresh
like it.
Goslin's donut.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah,
And
so-
we're lucky they have them over at Ledbetter's.
Yeah.
Just
Frank's,
a few minutes
though,
away.
they're glazed and they're, you know,
Yeah, they're
anyway,
great.
we're lucky.
We
have
could
a
go
lot
on and
a lot
on.
of good donuts around here.
We're bakery experts.
Yep.
Well, on this day in history, in 1861, Abraham Lincoln stopped his train at Westfield on his way to Washington to thank 11-year-old Grace Bedell in person for her advice to grow a beard in order to gain more votes. And President's Day is this Monday, so all sorts of Abraham Lincoln stuff this week. In 1909, the first subway car with side doors went into service in New York City. And in 1946, the first commercially designed helicopter was tested in Bridgeport, Connecticut on this day.
Very neat. Well, for birthdays today, we have the late Lisa Loring, who played Wednesday Addams in the original Addams Family show. She passed away just a few weeks ago.
That show is one of my favorites
Yeah.
of all time. I love that show.
It's also child star Lizzie Olsen's birthday. She is 34 today. Rapper Ice-T is 64 today. And R&B singer The Weeknd. I like The Weeknd.
Yeah.
He is 32 years old
He's on the
today.
radio all the time. He's busy.
One of the biggest pop stars around right now.
Right,
Yeah,
I'd say so.
My daughter plays him all the time.
Yep.
And I'm with her, so I get to know some of the songs, too.
Yeah, I
So,
like it.
Yeah.
I like it. It's a lot of bass.
Yeah.
When you're riding around listening to that, people in the other car hear you.
Yeah. He just has a unique voice, you know,
Yeah.
that falsetto thing he does
Yeah.
and all that.
Good
so
point.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely.
So, hey, as far as the weather's concerned, not a bad day ahead today. As we said at the top of the show, you may want to take it easy when you head out today. There might be some black ice out there.
Yep.
But things should be clearing up a little bit. We'll still have some clouds, but we should see some sun.
That black
too.
ice was so deceiving for me this morning
Yeah.
because it's so warm out
Well, just
when
walking
I left the
to the
house.
truck this morning,
Right.
you could feel it.
Yep.
So,
Good point. Here's Devin Biggs with the forecast.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Marilyn Monroe Spas. Sign up for your VIP spa membership today for exclusive members-only services and benefits. It's the perfect gift for your Valentine. Alrighty, here we are. We have alerts in effect. We have wind advisories. We also have winter weather advisories that are in effect because of active weather that will be moving in. These are up until 10 p.m. on Friday, at least for the winter weather advisory. For the wind advisory, that drops today at about the noon time frame. Also another advisory along the coast. That right there is a small craft advisory that is in effect and now will last until about 4 p.m. moving forward. So with that in mind, though, the wave heights will remain active with gusty winds that will be expected today. For now, we're looking pretty decent out there. Just a little bit of precipitation in the northern ends of the state. Everybody else looking pretty decent at this point. Everyone will become partly cloudy today, so we will remain rather quiet, but more active weather already on the way. Thunderstorms developing across the good parts of the Midwest this morning. This is all tracking to the north and east with another active weather pattern for us. Another wintry mix on the way as we do move forward soon. Futurecast for today, a partly cloudy sky. More clouds for tonight. The wintry mix gets going later on tonight and lasts through a good part of tomorrow as well into Friday before transitioning over to all snow. So your hourly forecast for the rest of the afternoon period looks a little bit like this, and even the morning period as well. We're going to be watching for a partly cloudy sky today. Temperatures in the upper 40s to lower 50s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
A local school is the top winner of the 6th annual Winter Kids Winter Games. The Winter Games is a 4-week series of challenges in outdoor physical activity, nutrition, family engagement, and winter carnival. The goal of the games is to help children develop healthy lifelong habits through education and fun outdoor activities. This year's gold medal winner is the Leroy Smith School in Winterport. They will get a $5,000 cash prize. The William Cone School in Topsom took home the silver medal. The Rangeley Lakes Regional School won the bronze medal.
Congratulations to all of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Very fitting that Winterport would win the
Right?
Winter Kids.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, still to come here this morning, Tyler Cruz will have your sports updates.
Don't go away.
Find meaningful work in direct care and improve the quality of life of others.
The right personality and character traits, in my opinion, to be a DSP is kind, caring, and understanding.
Visit mainjobs.care/WFVX to learn more and make an impact through a compassionate career.
Looking to haul a new piece of equipment? Homeowners or commercial, Coops Truck and Equipment has the right trailer for you. Coops is the largest dealer of truck flatbeds and hauler bodies in the state and can replace any old rusty bed or outfit any new truck. Our full-service facility can modify all truck and trailers with steel and aluminum fabricators on duty. We are your go-to place for CM truck bodies, H&H trailers, and load trail trailers. For trailers, truck bodies, truck outfitting, and more, it's Coops.
Leona May's Antique and Gift Shop is now open in Newport. Our unique building is a converted 1800s single-family home that we've given a new life to. A home for treasures, from antiques, collectibles, unique gifts, and so much more. Come make the rounds throughout the many rooms on all 3 floors as you wander back in time or find a unique gift that's perfect for that special someone or that hard to buy for a relative. So come visit us today. Leona May's Antique and Gift Shop, 147 Main Street, Newport.
Find meaningful work in direct care and improve the quality of life of others.
The right personality and character traits, in my opinion, to be a DSP is kind, caring, and understanding.
Visit mainjobs.care/WFVX to learn more and make an impact through a compassionate career.
All the nonsense
Fibber.
meets no nonsense.
I don't buy it.
Judge Judy.
Weekdays at 5 on ABC 7.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. On Tuesday night, all of the girls basketball North preliminary matchups concluded, so you know what that means. The brackets have been finalized and the tourney is officially here, so let's roll it. Hamden and Wyndham played on Wednesday in the 4-5 matchup. Hamden Academy advances as the 5 seed to play Oxford Hills, who beat Portland on Wednesday at home as well. Bangor hosts Deering on Thursday, and then Cheverus hosts Edward Little Friday before we hit the Cross Arena for the semis next Wednesday. As for Class A, that starts on Friday night. Coney-Skowhegan is game 1 at the Augusta Civic Center. That's at 4, followed by Lawrence and Erskine at 5:30. Camden Hills and Nokomis is your 4-5 matchup right after that. And then capping off the night at the ACC is Gardner and Brewer. Class B girls kick off the Cross Center games in Bangor. Ellsworth and MDI have our first tournament game up here. Caribou and Foxcroft our second. And then on Saturday, Washington Academy and Holton battle at 9 a.m., followed by Old Town and Presque Isle. Class C starts on Monday. Hodgdon and Central Aroostook, who upset Calais on Tuesday. They will kick off those quarterfinals, followed by Penobscot Valley and Sumner, who also pulled off an upset. They knocked out Narragansett on Tuesday. Central girls and Mattinacook battle in the 4-5 matchup, and then Dexter and Fort Kent are the 1-8. And last but not least, we have Class D. That begins on Saturday. Machias and East Grand kick us off in the 3-6, followed by Wisdom and Jonesport Beals. And then on Monday, that quarterfinals wrap up with Deer Isle, Stonington, and Katahdin in the early game at 9 a.m., followed by Southern Aroostook, the defending champs, and Ashland at 10:30. And we have all the brackets on our website as well, sponsored by Coastal Auto Parts and Dorsey Furniture. You can find it right there on our homepage, or just go to foxbangor.com/brackets. All right, let's start on the ice up in Orono, where Maine men's hockey is having really its best stretch of conference games so far this year. The Black Bears have gone 3 Hockey East games without a loss. They defeated number 15 Merrimack and then Boston College, followed by a tie against UMass Lowell on Sunday. Biggest star offensively of this stretch, and further than that, is forward Lyndon Breen, the assistant captain. After only scoring once in 8 games, Breen has scored in each of his last 7. He leads the Black Bears in points. The junior says the keys to his goal scoring are focusing on little things and a little help from his line mates.
Just getting to the right areas, not overthinking things, getting to the net, and being at the right place in the right time. My line mates have been playing great. They've been getting the puck to the net, and if you look at most of the ones that went in, they haven't been too pretty. But at the end of the day, I'll take any of them and whatever I can do to help the team win.
Good mindset to have. It's not about the style points. The Black Bears currently sit at 7th in Hockey East, with their next weekend series being on the road against arch rivals New Hampshire. First time the Black Bears have played at UNH with fans since 2019. But despite the hype around the rivalry game, head coach Ben Barr believes having the rivalry as the main focus can kind of be a distraction for the team.
For us, it's just another game, and we're playing a really good team that's playing really well. So if you get all caught up in that, sometimes it's a waste of mental energy a little bit. We know we're going on the road in Hockey East against a team that's won 4 or 5 straight games is going to be extremely challenging for us. So we're going to have to be at the top of our game, and if we get to that point, we'll give ourselves a chance.
All right, let's go to our preliminary basketball coverage for tonight for the boys. We will start with Class B, starting at Foxcroft Academy. The 5th-seeded Ponies hosting 12th-seeded MDI in B North. Trojans were ahead early, second quarter. Spencer Lorendo with the no-look pass to Brandon Marsh. He's going to get his own rebound and the putback. Couldn't give him the assist, though. Later, Foxcroft's Caden Crocker. He's going to kick it to Silas Topolsky on the wing. He spots up and buries the three-pointer. Trojans were up 8 at the half. Third quarter, Lorendo dribbles it around. He's going to find Alex Gray for a three-pointer of his own, but the Ponies would mount a huge comeback late. Still in the third, here's Jaden Richard going to take it into the lane by himself. He gets the scoop score and in. The Ponies carry a lead into the fourth. They win it 61-54. All right, now let's go to Class C. 8 versus 9 matchup as PVHS hosts Panquist Valley. First quarter, Panquist's Cooper Badger gets it to the inside, gets it to LJ Shaw on the foul line, count the floater. Later in the quarter, some great perimeter passing by the Howlers. That ends with Nate Scharf nailing the three-pointer of his own. Still in the first, Andrew Lagasse facing a double team. He's going to bounce it to Shaw, and he swishes the mid-range J. Howlers were up by 5 after 1. Finally, in the second quarter, it's Caden Loring. He gets the steal for PVHS. Long pass down court to Gabe Reed. He lays it in off the glass. Howlers come back in the second half. They win 34-25. All right, and some other scores for some other boys' preliminary games from around the area. Caribou over John Paps, 61-48. Fort Fairfield over PCHS. And Class C boys, 60-46. Back to Class B, Presque Isle beat Bucksport. That's a close one up north, 66-61. And then Lee Academy over Sumner, 56-46. Let's go back to the ice now. Regional finals night in girls hockey on Wednesday. Penobscot Pioneers are down in Portland with a trip to the state title game on the line. The Class A North showdown featuring the Pioneers facing off against top-seeded Yarmouth Freeport. No score in the first. Here come the Clippers. Sadie Carnes threading the needle to Celia Zinman. She buries it for a 1-0 lead. Minutes later now, Clippers on the attack again. Adelaide Strout from a very tough angle. She finds the corner of the net there. That makes it a 2-0 lead. So to the second period we go. Pioneers on the board. Paige Oakes wheels and fires it home. That cuts the deficit to just 1. That makes it a 2-1 game. Pioneers trying to tie it up. Clippers goalie Ava Gervais making several huge stops there. And then Sadie Carnes of Yarmouth Freeport would add the empty netter with 5 seconds left. They win 3-1. Next stop, the state finals. All right, great season for the Pioneers. Tough to see it end like that, but they'll be back for more next year. That's all the time we have for sports. Be right back after the break.
My family and I are proud to offer you the best value for your money at the Furniture Gallery. Shop local rather than the big box stores. When you buy local, you help keep more dollars in your community. Shop local, save money. The Furniture Gallery, Augusta, Bangor, Gorham, Newport, and North Windham.
Wow, like the kids, the bills are getting bigger every month.
I know. From childcare to heat to electric. I don't know how we're gonna do it. We need to cut. Let's pay this one next month.
Not sure we can. We already cut everything. And now electricity prices are going up because natural gas prices are up.
What are we gonna do? We need help.
I heard that the PUC's website has information about financial assistance and conservation programs.
We've never asked for help before.
I know.
But this year things are different.
Johnny freaking Knox, why you sitting around the camp? Sun is shining, birds are chirping, put down them fiddleheads and let's get over to A&G shooting. They got pistols, rifles, all kinds of boomsticks. They even got some flamethrowers for them brown-tail moths. While you're at it, flip over them couch cushions and grab yourself some quarters for that wicked cool arcade. They're located right off the highway in Fairfield, right on Redneck Row, right between the truck stop and that big green tractor place. Easy in, easy out, slicker than owl crap through a funnel. So get over to A&G and tell them Bub sent ya.
My family and I are proud to offer you the best value for your money at the Furniture Gallery. With maximum value pricing, you get more for your money. Low prices plus high quality equals your best value. Maine family owned and operated. The Furniture Gallery. Shop local, save money.
A local business owner is using her passion to educate children about historical black figures through art. Janice Hamilton of Dreams by Janice Art Studio in Old Town will be hosting an event this Monday, February 20th, to celebrate Black history. The event will include paintings, card making, cookie decorating, and an assortment of trivia. Hamilton says art has always been an important part of her life, and mixing that with educating young people about Black history just made sense.
We need to have awareness of more Black history here in the state of Maine, and like I said, because I'm a Black woman, with a business, I want to be part of that.
To learn more about that special event, check out Dreams by Janice on Facebook, or you can visit their website at dreamsbyjanice.com. Sounds like a neat event there.
Art and making cookies, that's a great way to celebrate Black History Month.
Two good combinations there.
Good for her for spearheading that project. That's awesome.
Just another reminder, it's pretty slippery out there because of the black ice. In fact, there's a crash right now on the Lambert Road in Brewer. There's a rollover crash there right now. I don't know if it's black ice related, but that is a busy roadway. A lot of people take to cut between Route 9 and up into the city, so you may want to avoid that area. And just be careful out there.
Yep, and on a similar note, here's meteorologist Evan Biggs with our full weather forecast.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Marilyn Monroe Spas. Sign up for your VIP spa membership today for exclusive members-only services and benefits. It's the perfect gift for your Valentine. All right, let's get things rolling out there this morning. Winter weather advisories are now posted because of active weather that will be moving in. A mixture of rain, freezing rain, sleet, and snow potential exists up until 10 p.m. as we head towards your Friday. Also, a wind advisory posted for the counties highlighted here until about the noon time frame later on today. And another advisory along the coast. That right there is a small craft advisory, and that is posted, though, until later this evening at about 4 p.m., again, because of gusty winds that we will be dealing with moving forward. And the wave heights are active already, at least for the buoys, reporting at around 5 to 7 feet, even 4 feet, according to some of the buoys. Enough where they have posted as small craft advisories. We'll see that starting to come down later on tonight. But for now, we're looking pretty decent out there. Just a few little bits of precipitation, maybe some rain and snow showers in the northern ends of the state. Everybody else looking pretty good. We will be under a partly cloudy sky for us today with increasing clouds on the way for us later on tonight. We'll be watching this system right here that will lift off towards the north and east, and this will give us the opportunity for a wintry mix, rain, freezing rain, sleet, and snow on the way as we head towards late tonight and parts of tomorrow as well. So it looks a little bit like this. So increasing clouds will be expected today, and later on tonight we'll be watching for that first little bits of precipitation, some rain, freezing rain, sleet, and snow. It really gets going as we head towards early Friday morning, so travel will be a mess out there from time to time with a transition to snow by Friday evening, and we'll keep that going at least through parts of early Saturday morning before it begins to get out of here. So Saturday will be a much better day with all of this that we'll begin to get out of here. So let's start off with the snowfall chances. So some decent snowfall on the way, some areas, maybe 4 to 8 inches, maybe even up to 10 inches before we're all finished up. Significantly less snow farther down toward the south. Maybe some spots here at Bangor. They might see a little bit of snow still, but this might be underdoing it once you get closer toward Bangor and such, with a little bit of a cutoff line there that we're going to have to keep an eye on. There's definitely an ice potential with this. Some areas could see up to 1/10 of an inch, maybe a little bit more of ice before we're all finished up. So anywhere that you see pink, we'll need to keep an eye on this as it does develop. So your forecast for today, 49 degrees, partly cloudy, the northwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. As for tonight, 31 degrees, rain, freezing rain, sleet, and snow, the northwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, 34 degrees, rain, freezing rain, sleet, and snow again with a transition to all snow. This high temperature will be hit early as we'll be cooling off throughout the day. The north wind getting up to about 30 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Marilyn Monroe Spas. Things improve as we head towards Saturday. Mostly sunny, highs in the lower 30s. Lower 40s on Sunday with a mostly cloudy sky. More rain by Monday, highs in the upper 40s.
With Flonase, allergies don't have to be scary. Spray Flonase Sensimus daily for non-drowsy, long-lasting relief in a scent-free, gentle mist. Psst, psst. Flonase, all good.
Two of rock's finest under the stars. Goo Goo Dolls with special guest Fitz and the Tantrums. The Big Night Out Tour. Friday, September 29th, Maine Savings Amphitheater, Bangor, Maine. Goo Goo Dolls with special guest Fitz and the Tantrums. One evening together live. On sale Friday, 10 a.m. at waterfrontconcerts.com or ticketmaster.com.
Bathfitter is a better way to remodel your tub. Precise measuring means the perfect fit. The Bathfitter tub-over-tub process means no mess or stress. A custom-made tub and seamless wall mean a watertight fit. Premium acrylic means it lasts a lifetime. And all this together means a great value. Bathfitter, it just fits. Visit bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Wherever you are, whether you're ready or not, it's coming. With a purpose, with persistence, with the power to change the way you live. So you don't have to change the way you live. Generac automatic standby generators. Control your power, control your life. Visit Generac.com.
I have been trying out for this show since I was 15 years old.
Never give up on your dreams.
Best is yet to come.
You're going to Hollywood.
Are you ready? Best is yet to come.
History buffs and fans of the Titanic have new content to comb over. Rare and never publicly released video of the 1986 dive through the wreckage of the sunken ocean liner was just released. The Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution posting more than 80 minutes of footage on its YouTube channel Wednesday. The video chronicles the remarkable achievement of Robert Ballard. He led the expedition to view the ship and gave the world its first glimpse at the Titanic. The ship sank in the North Atlantic after hitting an iceberg on its maiden voyage from Southampton, England to New York City in April of 1912. Some 1,500 people died during the incident.
Titanic lies in a part of the ocean that you would describe as an abyssal plain. It's over 13,000 feet deep in the ocean. The water is near freezing temperatures, and probably the biggest challenge is the remoteness of the location, and in particular the harsh environment with regard to the pressure that our equipment is exposed to. So every square inch or centimeter is being pressed into smaller space by the crushing pressures of the ocean at this kind of depth.
The footage was released to mark the 25th anniversary of the Academy Award-winning movie Titanic.
It would appear that the butler did it. But this isn't a whodunit film. It's a Nissan sales event ad.
Now get a low $299 per month lease on Rogue.
Catch these offers while you can.
Hood is the cottage cheese lovers love. Start with our award-winning country style. It's delicious on its own, or like this. That. Even, sure. Plus, it's got more protein than hummus and less sugar than yogurt. Then there's Hood's flavors. We expertly blend in real fruit or savory herbs for an unbeatable taste combination you can't recreate at home. Now that's cottage cheese. Hood cottage cheese. Always good, always Hood.
Autumn of Life Home Care is a great place to work. The team here provided me with all the opportunities and experience necessary to grow within the company, all while working around my busy college schedule. They provided all the necessary licensing and training. It truly was the job that kickstarted my career.
Autumn of Life Home Care in Brewer is a licensed agent.